Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 7. We will presentation about testing language skill listening. I am Salvia Asyonika as a first speaker and my partner Aulia Ayuningrum as the last speaker. We have divided our presentation into sessions. The first session, we will explain about our material, and the second session, if you have any question, you can write in WhatsApp group. Well, I will explain about my material. Definition of listening. Definition of listening is the ability to identify and understand what others are saying. Listeners are capable of simultaneously understanding a speaker, like accent, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, and meaning. And the next is possible technique. There are three techniques. The first is multiple choice. The alternative must be kept short and simple. And the second is short answer. Short answer items can work well in listening tests. And the third is gap filling. This technique can work well where a short answer question with unique answer is not possible. And the next is problem faced by student. The first is the listener cannot pause the word out the meaning, and the second is unfamiliar vocabulary, and the third is action and text too long, and the fourth is topic not interesting. And the next is selecting samples of speech. The first is passage must be chosen with the task specification in mind. And the second is possible source are the radio, television, and etc. And the third is poor recording introduce difficulties additional to the ones that we want to create and reduce the validity of the test. So, that is my explanation about the listening. The next material will be explained by Aulia Ayuningrum.
Well, my name is Aulia Ayuningrum. I will explain you about the next material. The next material is about assessment objective. There is a potential assessment objective with 4 points. The first point is about comprehending of survey structure element such as phoneme, word, intonation, and a grammatical category. Second is understanding of pragmatic contents. Third one is determining meaning of auditory input. And the last one is developing the keys, a global or comprehensive understanding. Well, the next material is about the type of listening. There are two types of listening. The first one is about intensive listening, and the second one is extensive listening. Intensive listening can be tested through discrimination among smallest components like phonemes, word, score markers, and among others. Testing intensive listening generally involves a spoken stimulus, and the test taker is required to identify the stimulus from two or more choices. Second is extensive listening. Extensive listening involves the comprehension and reproduction in writing of a moderately large spoken passage, generally about 50 until 100 words. A variant of this task is answering comprehension question after listening to the passage in several times. Next material is about validity in testing assessment listening. The first is measure comprehension, like not hearing, spelling, prior knowledge of a topic of reading along multiple choice question. The second one is best assessment on the learning objective and listening text of a unit of and the course. Well, the last material is about the step in listening test. We as the teacher must know about this step because it's very important to know the step in designing a listening test. Okay, the first one is identify the purpose of the listening test. So we as the teacher must know for what this listening test take for the student. The second one is decide on the format and form test and also create the form of listening test. Jadi kita harus memutuskan format apa sih yang bakal kita kasih buat siswa kita yang sesuai dengan purpose-nya tadi di atas. The third one is create our sources listening passage. Jadi kita juga harus membuat sumbernya dari mana, kita membuat apa sih materi yang kita ambil itu dari mana. There are many free website in internet that we can access to get some form and also kind of listening tests in Google. Then I think that's all about my explanation. Thanks for your attention.